Thanks for joining me for my latest installment of Lunchtime Express. This will be an intermediate mat Pilates workout. All you need is your mat. So let's go ahead and start standing with a nice stretch. Just feet right underneath the hips. Okay, find your body alignment, pull those abdominals in and up. Just start with a big deep breath in as you raise both arms up overhead. From here, let's go ahead and drop that left arm down. Turn your right palm to face the left wall or the left side of your room. And on your next inhale, we're going to take a big stretch up, lengthening from the spine, and on the exhale, stretching up and over. Really trying to press down through that right side. Getting a nice big stretch, keeping your bicep as close to your ear as you can. And then start to hollow out your tummy and just draw that right shoulder forward, creating a little hollowness in the body. And then as you open back up, I want you to turn, gaze up at the ceiling, turn your palm up to face the ceiling. Feel the intensity of that stretch. And one more time, we're going to come through center, hollow out your tummy. And then turn your palm to face up. Stretch it out again. Good. Then just come back to that side bend stretch. Keep pressing down through that outside foot. And then start to bring your other arm, that left arm, up and down, kind of like an alligator. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Last one. Inhale to exhale. Little extra stretch coming all the way up. And we'll just windmill those arms to switch. So a big inhale, lengthening through the spine, exhale all the way over. So I'm trying to keep the left foot really anchored down, pulling my shoulder out of my ear, aligning my bicep to the side of my face or my ear, stretching over. Then hollow out the tummy and roll that left shoulder down towards the floor. And then open it up, open your chest to the ceiling. Flip your palm to the ceiling and then rotate down again. And rotate up. Oh, this is a big, big side body stretch. Now I'm going to come back to that traditional side bend. Bring the other arm up on the inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale last time. And then all the way up. I'm bringing my arms into the shape of the box for some standing footwork. So let's just peel those heels up, draw the heels together, and lower them down. So from here, I'll releve up, squeezing the heels and the inner thighs together. Demi-plie, softly bend the knees, push my heels down, and press my shins forward as I zip up. 3 more, just like that. Up, plie, heels down, stand up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's reverse. Demi-plie, releve, stand up tall, press the heels down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more. Keep thinking about that posture, keeping your chest lifted, elbows down, shoulders out of your ears. Good. Now from here, step 1 foot behind the other, grow as tall as you can as you lower yourself down onto your mat. And let's get started with some footwork on the mat. So I'm going to draw my knees right into my chest, and I'm curling my head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. I'm going to clasp my hands behind the base of my neck, sternum, Pilates V. Let's just do 4 of each. Inhale out. Last one. Exhale in. Arches. Inhale out. Exhale, pull it in. Try to stay as lifted as you can. Pulling those abdominals down. Heels, reaching through the heels as you press out on the inhale. This time we're going to hold out for a point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Last one, point and flex. Pull those knees in, set your head down, and we'll set up for our 100. So let's extend the legs all the way up. Arms stretched out nice and long, hovering above the height of the hips. I'm going to tip my legs away, but really still trying to pull those abs down as I curl up and start pumping. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. shoulders are still out of those ears. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Scissor the legs. Exhale to switch. Exhale to switch. 2 more sets. Good, bring those legs all the way up, bend them in, set your head down for a rest. Good, so from here, let's stretch out on our mat. I'm gonna just scoot down a little bit, reach my arms back, zip up everything in nice and tight to center line, and as I start to reach my arms up on my inhale, I'm pulling those abdominals down, curling the head, neck, and shoulders up, hollow out my tummy as I reach forward, and let's just take a big stretch over the legs here, and then sit up nice and tall. So today for our rollbacks, we're gonna go around the world, okay? So I'm gonna let my legs be separated, okay? And I'm flexing my feet, softening my knees a bit. Okay, I'm gonna extend my arms out in front of me, and right away I'm gonna go to the right side of my body, over to the outside of my right leg. Okay, now I'm still hollowing out my tummy as I roll down, but I'm really rolling onto that right side. And then I sweep my arms back. I wipe off my mat with my hair like a human windshield wiper, and then roll up on my left side and come to the left side of my legs. And I'm just going to move down a little bit here for you. Okay, so now from here, I'm rolling down on my left side. Cleaning off my mat, really windshield wipering myself around, and then coming up on the right side. Let's just do a few more here. Working into those obliques. And if you're finding it hard to connect to your center, pull those legs together and squeeze your heels and your inner thighs. It might be easier for you to find your connections with your legs together. Just breathing through. Last time here on the left side, so we end up back on the right where we started. Big stretch over that right leg. Walk it through center. Let's stretch over the left leg. And then sit all the way up. Draw the legs together. And we're going into our roll up. So I'm just going to draw my knees into my chest. And from here, extend my legs up. I'm really keeping the back of my ribs pressing down, those abdominals nice and tight. I'm anchoring down through my arms and my hands. Tip my legs away. And then lift my hips up and over. Good. Separate the legs. Flex the feet. And roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Reach your legs away to your working level, pull the heels together, and let's go up and over again. Separate the feet, flexing them. Really pushing those heels away as you articulate down. Let's do one more like that. Now, I'm going to keep my legs separated, soft toes up and over. Pull the heels together, flex my feet, try to pull my knees down towards my nose as I roll down. Reach the legs away, open, soften those toes up and over. Try to really get those knees down towards my nose. Last one. Keep reaching those arms long. I'm going to allow my left leg to come down. My right leg is going to stay lifted for single leg circles. So let's stretch out that right leg first. Give that hamstring a little warm up by just kind of tugging on the leg a little bit. Now, if you're really tight, of course, you know, you can always bend that opposite leg, pressing that opposite foot down into the mat for a little extra support. Okay, I'm going to flex my left foot. I don't even think you can see it in the camera. Okay, and bring my hands down along the sides of my body. I'm going to just pick up my head, look down at my hips, make sure they look level, trying to get that right hip as level as the left, and then cross over my body on my inhale. Exhale, rounding up. So try to keep everything nice and still. We're going to go for 5 total, so 3 more. Nice big circles. Good. And then let's reverse it. 5 the other way, crossing over that ankle, pulling the leg back, scooping the belly down towards the mat as that leg lifts up. 3 more. I'll keep that leg lifted. Grab behind my thigh again. Curl my head, neck, and shoulders up, and I'm going to climb up my leg and come into my tree position. I'm going to bring my hands all the way to my feet if I can. Try to keep my leg nice and straight and pull my head in. Get a nice big deep stretch here. I'm going to lengthen my spine and just look up towards my toes or towards the ceiling, and then walk it down. And then, of course, remember, the lower you go, the harder it's going to be to come up. Just walking down. And let's hold here. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right foot. And we're going to just reach that arm back, gaze out over your fingertips, sit up even taller. And then bend that right leg, taking your figure 4 stretch. Reaching the arms back long behind you. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm just going to roll all the way down. Once I'm on my mat, I'll float my left leg up, flexing my right foot, anchoring myself to the mat, leveling off those hips. And I'll inhale, cross over my body for 1, round it up. 2, 3, trying not to hit that little table. 4, and 5. Let's go in the reverse. Inhale, out around, exhale up. Inhale, exhale up. Really pulling that leg back, scooping the belly down. Last one. Good, holding that leg up there, giving it a little extra tug. Lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, and climbing all the way up. Get a nice big stretch in here. Pull yourself into your leg. Bow to your leg. Sit up nice and tall. Lengthen that spine out as you gaze upward. And then let's start to climb it down. Keeping that leg nice and still. So my left hip and sit bone are really trying to press down into the mat. They're anchoring me. And we'll stay up here for another stretch. Your hand comes to the outside of the left foot now, and your left arm is going to sweep back. You're looking out past those fingertips, sitting up even taller, and then take your figure 4 stretch here. Sit up nice and tall, both legs out in front of you. Let's roll down onto our mat and set up for our ab 5 series. So here, draw your both knees into your chest. Let's curl all the way up and extend the left leg out. You guys know the hand positioning for this, outside hand to ankle, inside hand to that knee. And we've got pull, pull, and switch. Switch. Nice and slow and controlled. 3, 4, 5, 6. Come all the way in, take a quick rest. Let's go right into double leg stretch. But today, let's keep those arms reaching out long. Okay, so we're gonna extend the legs out and then hug them back in. Give a little tug, tug. Inhale to find that length. Exhale to pull it in. Inhale and exhale. So really turn those glutes on, squeeze those inner thighs together. 2 more. Set your head down for a rest. Moving right into scissors. Okay, so for scissors, we're gonna go into a little fun variation, adding in our helicopter. All right, so let's separate those legs, curl up, pull that leg in as close as you can, come up to that leg, and we've got a little tug, tug, and a switch. Switch, switch, switch. Scissor, scissor, helicopter. 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 Let's do 2 more. Bring it all the way in, both legs up, knees in, set your head down for a well-deserved rest. Whew. So if you didn't quite follow that, you just scissor the legs twice, and then whatever leg is back, it comes forward, and the leg that's forward goes back, and then you scissor 2 more times, and you do the same thing. Whatever leg is forward goes back, whatever leg is back comes forward. So let's go into our double leg, or double straight leg lower lift. We're gonna add in some circles though. So, legs are coming up, hands are behind the base of the neck, curling up. We've got it down, circle around and up. Reach those legs away, circle them around and up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Pull the knees in. Set your head down for a rest here. Extend your legs out long, arms reaching back behind you, and let's just roll up with control and take another stretch over. So from here, we're gonna come up onto our knees. Okay, so we're gonna go into a little nice stretchy variation of a twist or of a saw. Okay, so I'm gonna start by bringing my left foot forward. Okay, I'm gonna bring my, changed my mind. I'm gonna bring my right foot forward. You can see I have a wide base of support here. Trying to square my hips off so that both of my hip bones are facing forward. Okay, and I'm gonna start by bringing same hand as leg that is forward to the inside of that knee. Okay, same arm as leg. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure to my hand from my knee and from my knee to my hand. So they're both coming to meet in the middle. Now from here, I'm actually going to turn and gaze over my opposite shoulder, but I'm still trying to keep that left hip forward. And as I do that, I'm swinging my left arm back, and then I'm going to swing it down and follow my hand with my eyes, kind of like a pendulum. Back and forward. Still thinking about that pressure from hand and knee to hand, keeping that left hip forward because it wants to open up as you reach back. Now we're going to open up and just hold there. Keep reaching that left hip forward as you gaze out over your fingertips and twist through your waist and your ribs, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to bring that back arm all the way up and around, square my hips and my shoulders off. And then bring that hand, now opposite hand is leg that's forward, to the outside of that knee. Apply that same pressure, reach my arm back, and gaze out over my fingertips. I swing that arm down as I follow it with my eyes. And back. Really twisting through that waistband and through the ribs. This time I'm going to twist open and hold, looking out over those fingertips, trying to keep my hips nice and square. Good. And bringing that arm all the way up and all the way down to switch sides. So now I'll just bring my other knee back and my other foot forward, starting with the same hand as the leg that's forward on the inside of your knee. Now I'll sweep that opposite arm back and gaze out over my fingertips. So I'm trying to still press this hip forward because it wants to open, right? So that I'm really working through the waist and the ribs. Just swinging that arm forward and back, following it with my gaze. Keeping that pressure from the knee to hand and hand to knee. One more time. Gazing back, circle that arm around, bring it to the outside of that knee. I'm going to sweep my other arm back now, gazing out over my fingers, and forward and back. Forward and back. Hold it to the back this time. Try to twist open a little bit more if you can. Go ahead, bring that arm all the way up, both arms down to your sides, and we're coming onto our knees. So here, if you're feeling like you could use a little extra support, you could even just fold up your mat and place it underneath your knees, okay? Otherwise, find a little pillow or a little cushion of some kind. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my tops of my feet flat on my mat. My shins and my knees are driving down, and just kind of imagine that you're in this starting position like as if you're in a bridge. You're kind of curling your tail under, pressing those hips forward. I'm gonna start with my hands on my hips, pull my abdominals in and up. And then from here, I'm gonna hinge at my knees and my waist, allowing my bottom to go back towards my heels, really keeping that length in the spine. And then I'm gonna start to curl my tail, hollow out my tummy, and as I start to articulate up, I'm pressing my hips forward as if I'm coming back into that bridge position, letting the crown of my head get nice and long towards the ceiling. So let's take a nice inhale to hinge. And then exhale, curl, hollow out that tummy. Really drive that tail under and press your hips forward as you come all the way up. Now you could even bring your hands down to your sides, find that openness through the chest, really engage the triceps here. Let's just do two more. So I'm hinging at my hips and my knees. I'm curling my tail, hollowing out my tummy, pushing my hips forward as I come forward and get nice and long or come back to vertical. One more time. Inhale to hinge. Exhale to curl from the tail all the way back up to that position that we started in. So now here we're going to go into a hinge just at the knees. So think about your thigh stretch on the reformer. Okay, so let's extend those arms out. And you know what, for me, I'm actually even going to bring a ball between my thighs. Everybody knows by now, my left knee does not like me as much as my right knee does. So by putting a ball or a cushion or something, a pillow between your knees, or between your thighs, it pulls pressure up off of your knees. Okay, so I'm going to gently draw the shoulder blades closer together on my back, and I'm going to take a big breath in, and exhale and hinge back. And I'm probably not going to go very far because I don't want to change the shape of my upper body, right? So I want to keep that connection at knees, hips, and shoulders going in a straight line. So try not to let your shoulders get ahead of you. Draw those shins down as you come forward. Okay? Think about pushing your shins down into your mat as you come forward. We'll just do one more. Hinging back. Come all the way up, and I'll take this ball out for me. You can sit back, take maybe just a little child's pose. I'm going to roll my mat back out and set up for a plank. So I'm literally just going to walk my hands out on my mat. Get back into your screen. Lift my knees up and come into my plank. So from here, I'm really thinking about trying to energetically reach my heels back, or excuse me, the heel of my hands back towards my toes, and my toes up towards the heel of my hand. Pulling all the energy into center, pulling my abdominals up, really being nice and strong, like a long, solid piece of metal or steel. Now from here, let's bring the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, exhale to touch. Inhale, exhale, switch sides. So inhale, the press. Exhale, you touch that knee to your elbow. Let's do 2 more on each side. And then you'll push right up into your downward dog. Feel that stretch behind the legs. Maybe pedaling out your heels for just a second. If you put lotion on before you started, drying off your hands so they're not sliding on your mat. I might actually have to come off of my mat for this. We're going to keep those hips lifted. And now I want you to bring both of your feet together towards the center of your mat. And then from here, we're going to lift the right leg all the way up as high as you can. Keeping those hips as square as you can so the upper inner thighs are as close together as possible. Then we'll lower the leg down and it's going to come and your toes should tap behind your left heel if you can. We're going to lift the leg back up, open it out to the side like you're tracing a rainbow or drawing a rainbow, and then you'll cross it back over and tap it on the outside of that heel. Okay, so you're going to lift it up, circle it around out to the side, and cross over your other leg. Lift it up, circle it around, and cross it over. 3 more. Try to keep pulling up out of those shoulders. Keeping the core nice and tight. Last one. Good. Set that foot down, and we'll set up on the other side. So we'll bring that left leg up, stretch it up as high as you can, keeping those hips square. Bring it across the back of your right leg, trying to tap those toes to the mat. Lift it up, circle it around. Lift it up, circle it around. Can we do 4 more? Last 2. You might be feeling this in your glutes. You might be feeling more work in your shoulders. Just depends on your body. Good, let's set that other foot down. And now just bend your knees coming all the way down to the mat and sit your bottom back towards your heels again for a child's pose. So really try to breathe deeply, filling up your ribs, filling up your lungs, and then pushing all of that air out and trying to find some more stretch and opening up that back. So here, we'll come down onto our belly. We're going to go into a double leg kick variation, coming into a little Superman, a little swimming. So just starting to engage more of those back muscles and stabilizers. Okay, so for double leg kicks rather, we're going to bring the legs together pretty close. And then let's bring our left cheek to the mat. Circle your arms out wide and clasp one hand into the other. Draw your arms as high up on your back as you can and try to bring your elbows as close to the mat as possible. So now those shoulder blades are really coming away from each other. You get a big stretch to the middle upper part of your back. Okay, and then of course that navel is just gently lifting up and away from the mat. Hips are pressing down. We'll do 3 kicks and then lift up into a nice back extension, trying to keep the feet on the mat. So from here, I'm gonna just engage my quads, pulling up on my knees to start. And from here, I've got kick, 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 lower down, lift up. Get a nice big stretch, hold it, and then switch to the other cheek, lower down. Kick, 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 lower down, lift up, 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 and switch. Kick, 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 lower down, lift up, and switch. Kick, 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 lower down, lift, and lengthen. One more time each side. Kick, 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 lower down, lift it up, Last one, you're gonna stay up this time. Try to keep your feet down, lift up and hold. Now see if you can bring your arms out to a T. If it doesn't bother your back at all. Hover your legs up. Good, now reach them out in front of you. See if you can lift up a little higher and swim it out. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower all the way down. Push up onto your hands and knees. Sit back for a quick child's pose. Couple big breaths here. And then we're gonna come right onto our backs again and set up for corkscrew. So I'm gonna stay facing this direction and just come right onto my back. Draw your knees into your chest. Extend your legs up to 90 degrees. So really hugging that center line, inner thighs and heels squeezing. Triceps engaged, palms pressing down. The legs are working together as they go over to the right, like a windshield. Then circle them forward towards the front of your mat, out to the left and back up. Over to the left this time. Forward, around and up. Move with your breath. Inhale to initiate. Exhale, come back to center. Pull those abdominals down. This is just our little warm-up. Last one. Good. Let's just take this into a little bit of an advancement. So from here, we're going to tip the legs away. Come up just a little bit. Roll down on that left side, right side, excuse me, onto the left and up. So it's just a little hip lift.